All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets, and it's not looking too good out there at this moment in time. Not such a happy 420, but we'll go over everything in the market. We'll go over what's happening with Bitcoin, despite some bullish news, honestly, in the market regarding Bitcoin. We are taking a little bit of a pullback here on Bitcoin. Why is that occurring? We'll go over the markets. We'll go over why 𝗵𝗵𝗃 is basically carrying the markets at this moment in time and more throughout the crypto gaming industry. And really, the adoption is not slowing down. Crypto games and the companies coming into the space every single day continues to make me think that this is going to be the biggest onboarding mechanism in all of crypto by far. We'll go over just why that is and some tokens that I don't usually cover. We're going to go over some lower cap gems to keep on your watch list during this dip. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Like the video down below if you enjoy the content here on Banter and on In the Game, and subscribe to the channel for shows here every single day. Quick shout out to our sponsors on In the Game. ByBit. We have a trading competition opening up very soon. Link down below if you want to join the ByBit trading competition. NordVPN, always use a VPN when you navigate crypto. Vulcan Forge, one of the leading blockchain studios. Blockchains itself with the Elysium blockchain, and Metaverse as a service with the Metascapes platform. SIDUS HEROES, the leading AAA intergalactic experience in all of crypto. And last but not least, our newest sponsor, who has a big land sale on Friday, which we'll talk about later in the edition, Synverse, truly what looks like to be the Grand Theft Auto of the metaverse. So let's dive in. Links down in the description for all of our sponsors here on In the Game. And I'm seeing the presence. Yo, Hustle, what's going on, everybody? The great 𝗵𝗃𝗃 flipping, right? I mean, 𝗵𝗃's carrying the market, and it's crazy. We're seeing Bitcoin taking a really big tumble here over the last 24 to 36 hours, from these high levels of almost 31K. And now we've taken a dip down here to 28K. And first and foremost, happy 420 from 𝗵𝗃 himself, as we see here, the leader in the market right now. So happy 420 for all the DGens out there, right? Rand wasn't here to wish you guys the happy 420 this morning, so I will make sure I do my part. And I mean, 𝗵𝗃's doing his part, at least, in carrying the market. It's absolutely crazy that this thing has a $120 million market cap, but hey, it's going against Bitcoin and it's really sustaining itself. And it's really odd. We've taken such a really big climb up to 31K amidst a lot of chaos, right? Amidst the US dollar having some turmoil and really, having some skepticism with the BRICS, formation and people trying to depeg the power of the US dollar. We saw the money flow into crypto after the banking crisis and people really trusting self-custody, not the banks and the FDIC insurance, which strictly put is BS. I mean, the 250K insurance limit and, printing more money to bail out these banks and their creditors, basically. So when you look at the news that led up to this Bitcoin rally, that got us up to 31K, and then the alt started running, and we're seeing today good news, over the last 24 hours. We're seeing Tesla reveals that they didn't sell any of their Bitcoin in Q1 2023. We see that Hong Kong court recognizes cryptocurrencies as property. And if you understand with China, the FUD in China on Bitcoin and crypto is always a topic. They always ban Bitcoin, they always ban crypto. And you see Hong Kong court recognizes cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin specifically as property. And then you see JP Morgan. This is a little bit of the negative news, right? JP Morgan expects the US debt ceiling to become an issue as early as May. So despite some good Bitcoin catalysts here, the macroeconomics are kind of catching up. And I think this pullback is genuinely healthy. I don't know that this is going to be that big time pullback bear market that everyone's calling for new lows. I personally think that 16K, 15K level is the lows of this cycle. I don't think that we're going to take another 50% downfall here, basically, on Bitcoin. And I think that this is probably a healthy pullback, given if you just zoom out here. And I'll just get this chart. We had such a steep climb up here, right? Just March 10th, we were at 19,000. And now we were up at 31,000. Now we're kind of taking a healthy pullback. I think genuinely, there's nothing really that's a catalyst. Nothing's wrong with crypto. Nothing's wrong with Bitcoin. The macro is going to catch up eventually, and that debt ceiling and the debt crisis in America could cause a pullback. But I think in the short term, it is a good opportunity to take a look at the altcoins at the top of your watch list to potentially put some DCAs in for the long term. Yeah, too fast, too soon. Yeah, I mean, Republicans want a 1.5 trillion increase to stem the default. Will drop hard, and I mean, I don't know that we're going to see new lows in the cycle, but I definitely could see a little lower here. And I think it's a good opportunity for your long-term positions, your long-term portfolios, to be able to stack up some of your favorite tokens. Bear trap, yeah. And I think in this moment in time, a lot of leverage got flushed out. And, you know, we could see some really good entries here. And we're going to go over that in just a second. But we've seen some big news in the crypto gaming industry. Just today, we see that Square Enix, the creators of Final Fantasy, one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world, is coming into Web3 gaming. And we knew that in the past, but they've partnered up with the Elixir launcher here. The Elixir game launcher, kind of similar to an Ultra, kind of like a Steam platform in crypto gaming that distributes tons of games, right? We're happy to announce their strategic partnership with Square Enix. We're joining forces to make Web3 games mainstream and accessible for all kinds of gamers. And then we see the problems in the traditional gaming space. It's disappointing to see that you're choosing to resell skins from Warzone 1 instead of allowing them to transfer the product over to the next game. This is what NFTs in video games will solve, right? These big corporate conglomerates that milk their customers for every single dollar that they can, they'll sell anything and then they'll make it to where you can't bring it over to the next game. And it strictly is BS because the players earn these assets and they can't take their cards from one Madden Ultimate Team to the next. They can't take their weapon skins from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2. But whenever the assets are on chain and NFT gaming, that's going to eliminate that problem and it's going to solve this forever. And if you actually look at the comments, 𝗏𝗏 here says, it's disappointing that you still don't realize NFTs fix this. And they says, although blockchain fixes this, it's important to note there are no Web3 games ready to compete against Web2 games. But I think the infrastructure of NFTs and the infrastructure of blockchain does solve this problem. And, you know, I think in the future, NFT gaming is going to be the major catalyst and the biggest onboarder in the industry. Yeah, Alex, the games suck right now. And this industry is not even 2 years old. It didn't, you know, Call of Duty didn't build itself in 2 years. The empire of gaming didn't get to where it was in a 2-year time period. We went from arcade games to the Sega Genesis to Nintendo 64s to the PlayStation 2, Xbox 360. These things need time to develop. And so the products that I've finally got the dip here on Immutable. We're under $1. And if Bitcoin continues to dip, it's also going to have a little bit more of a dip here. But I think under $1 is really, really good accumulation levels for Immutable X long term, especially when you take a look at all the games on the platform: Undead Blocks, Illuvium, Ember Sword, WAGMI games. You know, they have Kiraverse, which looks fantastic. The right way to onboard the next billion players is not by competing with Ethereum, but by building on it and scaling with it. And let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum's gas fees this week have been absolutely outrageous. You can't even trade out of something without a crazy gas fee. And that's really because of like Pepe, and Pepe's really causing a gas spike. It's crazy that the frogs caused a lot of gas problems on Ethereum this week. But as we see here, adding that crypto could triple its monthly users overnight if Web3 gaming is successful with a breakout gaming title. This is why I think this is the biggest onboarding mechanism in the world, and it's just waiting to happen. And Immutable X and Polygon will be at the forefront of that. Now, I'm looking for under $1 on Immutable X, which is here right now. So I'm going to closely monitor the charts for a potential long-term DCA here on Immutable X, which is going to be powering hundreds and hundreds of games in the future. But that's alongside Polygon. And with the partnerships that Polygon has, if we get around 90 cents, I'll add more to my bags here on Polygon. We know the explosive potential it's had throughout this bear market and in this rally, it's really been kind of steady. It hasn't really gotten that pump or that liquidity. But I think the Polygon Immutable Alliance is something you absolutely need to have in your bags. I'm going to look around 95 cents or lower for more accumulation on Polygon. But I do think safe to say under $1 here on Immutable X is a really good accumulation level long term. I think Avalanche, this dip is something that if you hadn't got your hands on Avalanche, it's a good dip to eat up. They just onboarded Merit Circle for a subnet, TSM for a subnet, Loco Legends for a subnet. They're working with Amazon. They're working with Tencent. The business development here, it speaks for itself. And I think as far as the blockchain supremacy inside of crypto gaming, Immutable X, Polygon, and Avalanche are the best bets. Vulcan Forge has taken a major dip, back under 100 million market cap and back under $3.75. If this keeps approaching that 350, 340 level, those are also really good accumulation levels. I've said anything under $4 long term is really going to pay off on Vulcan Forge. As we see here, I'd go max 2x on Avalanche. Ultra holding up good. After the 25, it will dump, of course. Yeah, I think buy the rumor, sell the news on Ultra for sure. But long term, I think Ultra is going to be a winner. And as we see here, over the past year, Vulcan Forge has allocated 2.5 million peer in total, resulting in 10 million in rewards for its land stakers. So definitely moving milestones, and the blockchain for Elysium is going live very soon. I think this dip on Magic, the Arbitrum Network's top gaming project, look how steep that drop is from $1.50 down to $1.25 just on this little bit of a dip on Bitcoin. I think this is going to be a really, really explosive play in the bull market, a multi-billion-dollar market cap, I believe, at a 270 million market cap at this moment in time. I think this is a really good accumulation as well. And if you had missed Altura, still up 40% from its lows here at about 2.5 cents, and it's up to 3.5 cents. But if this continues to dip at this market cap of 25 million, I think it's inevitable with the Unity solution as well as the NFT games that they're working with, the Polygon Seaport. It really just makes sense that this is going to be one of the biggest winners, and the utility speaks for itself on Altura. Another one I would really look out for a major dip and try to scoop up that dip is Veracity with their streaming and their esports platform. Veracity has been really explosive whenever the market does pump, but whenever it does dump, it's also very volatile. So this is one I'm definitely looking at for long-term accumulations. Let's talk about a couple of tokens I don't talk about every day, and I definitely don't cover a lot, but these are low cap tokens that I think whenever we take this dip, it could be worth looking into if you're looking at those long-term positions on projects. Why is 𝗵𝗵 going crazy? Because the market cap was so low and the sentiment for memes started rocketing. And this went from a 1 million market cap up to $120 million market cap. It's very known in crypto, these small cap tokens are going to be the most explosive when we do have those legs up. But if you can find those good low caps and find DCA ranges for them at an $18 million market cap here for Nakamoto Games, who have tons of in-house games. They basically have a launcher, a marketplace, a swap, staking, everything under one roof here with Nakamoto Games. I do think this is a low cap gem, and I think that Nakamoto is going to do really well on the other side of this. And if you can find a good entry point here on this dip, I think Nakamoto Games is a very solid project. WAGMI Games. WAGMI Games, like I said, it has the tokenomics of a meme coin, which I'm surprised that this hasn't gotten liquidity yet. It's a $10 million market cap, and with the amount that they're building behind the scenes, Scott Herman here, their CMO, just had a long conversation with someone who has been in esports for 11 years. For the last few months, I've been learning that everything we are doing, we'll start creating tournaments. We will do them right. Even something as simple as a battle pass or leaderboards. What are you looking forward to most? They're going to have PvP, collecting characters, battling friends, tournaments, leaderboards. And the game itself, there's no mobile product that has swept the space yet. I think WAGMI Games has definitely got a lot of potential here. And I am surprised, given the ticker, given the market cap, given the tokenomics, that this hasn't caught that liquidity yet. So I think it's a really good accumulation, honestly, especially with meme season going on. And long-term, this market cap and this product is going to do super well. And one I haven't really talked about on the channel too much in the past, Compete. So Compete is an individual game as well. And at a $14 million market cap, if you look at the game, it really does look like PUBG, Battle Royale. It's got the map design of really like the maps kind of remind me of an Apex Legends almost in some of the formats, like an Apex mixed with the Warzone maps. But in my opinion, the graphics remind me of like a CS, not like a CSGO, a PUBG. But as far as Web3 games goes, this is one of the best live battle royale first-person shooters, and it's a combination, right? When you aim down sight, it can go first person. You can see your third person view. This game right here, Black Sails, is Compete. That's what this game is called. And they're going to have multiple different products under their roof. Definitely one of the best looking games in the space at this moment in time. Yep, Compete is the game. Compete game on Twitter. Tokenomics real bad on WAGMI. I wouldn't say they're bad. I would just say they're very meme coinish, right? That's what it is. They have the tokenomics of a meme coin with the product tenfold of what a meme coin delivers. Yeah, I do think Compete looks really sick, guys. I would definitely check it out, Compete game. And this is a low cap token. I mean, $14 million on this token on the market cap. And you look at the maps, the environments, it's really well built out. They have a fantastic team. I do think this is a gem in the making. And then for the DeFi people, DeFi Kingdoms is really holding up strong, and they're making a lot of developments, guys. We were involved with DeFi Kingdoms early. We wrote it up, around that $22 range. Right now, from all-time highs, it's 100x from all-time highs at this moment in time, which is crazy to think. But I'm not it'll never reach that point in time. Again, I do not think this token is going to 100x by any means. But at this moment in time, it is 100x from all-time highs. And these decentralized yield, gamified yield platforms are not going away anytime soon. There's always going to be yield junkies out there who want to stake, who want to do the quests to earn tokens. So Jewel is holding up well, but I think the one ecosystem that hasn't launched, we've talked about their NFTs. The NFTs are up 3x at this moment in time from whenever we gave them to you very early at a 0.06 mint price. They're at about 0.16 at the moment in time. Their NFT reveals around the corner. The NFTs are really looking sick, I have to say, for the Spartans. And this is the same kind of thing, but on Arbitrum Network. So this is going to be the decentralized yield gamified DEX on Arbitrum. And as you see here, the utility, they're teasing an airdrop here. So look out for that. I think everyone loves airdrops, and we'll talk a little more about that with GameSwift. So just like Elixir earlier in the show, just like Ultra is launching their game launcher, GameSwift has a game launcher live at this moment in time. The G-Swift token is confirmed, and a potential airdrop has been teased. You can do challenges, the ground zero challenges for their NFTs to try to get involved in the token launch and in the airdrop. But anytime that word airdrop is mentioned, it's definitely something that you want to take a look at. And the NFT quests are free. So this is definitely something within Web3 gaming that's picking up a lot of traction. People are looking at these big platforms that are distributing hundreds of games, and GameSwift, Elixir, and Ultra all fall under that basket. So definitely keep an eye out for the airdrop potential for Spartadex NFTs, but on top of that, also the G-Swift token. Now, before we get into Q&A, in the chat box, we will talk about a couple of things with our sponsors. Shout out to SYNverse. Their land sale is tomorrow. Their whitelist sale is 10,000 SYN tokens, and their public sale is 12,000 SYN tokens. And if you look just at the world itself, they've come a long way in building this out, and they're nowhere near complete. But I do think with everything inside the ecosystem, the land does make a lot of sense, and it's looking like the Grand Theft Auto of the metaverse at this moment in time. So definitely check out the land sale for our sponsor SYNverse on Friday. And then SIDUS Heroes, still very bullish on Senate token, their governance token, and it's like a 3 million market cap at this moment in time, which is crazy low. But they just teased their third-person shooter, which is going to be compatible on every platform. And let me go theater mode here. This is going to be able to run on your laptop, on the 1999 Windows computer. That's their goal here. And it's a little blurry. It's just the internet connection. But, their game here, you can play this on the top level gaming PCs or the bottom level laptops. So I really am looking forward to this third person shooter experience from SIDUS Heroes. And shout out to our sponsors, SYNverse and SIDUS Heroes. Now, let's talk about questions in the chat. Bitcoin just touched its final support level at 27.9K. Yeah, we'll have to watch. We will have to watch. We had no proper alt season. Definitely the money didn't flow into alts quite like in the past, but I think that Bitcoin narrative with the banking collapse is very strong. And definitely if Bitcoin rebounds off of these dips, then we're going to see altcoins get that liquidity 100%. Altcoins like Avalanche, Arbitrum, altcoins like Altura, they definitely took liquidity. Superverse did really well. But it's just all about trying to take profits, guys. And these rallies, anytime you can take some profit off the table, it's definitely a move to do so. Thoughts on Solana? They'll make it long term. I think in the short term, they're getting a lot of flack just for developers leaving and stuff like that. But I think Solana is going to make it long term. All the coins sponsored? Not at all. Polygon, Avalanche, Immutable, Altura, Veracity, Nakamoto, WAGMI, Compete. None of these are sponsored. Pepe. If only Pepe was a show sponsor. What are your thoughts on 𝗓𝗓𝗋𝗓𝗓𝗋𝗓𝗓? I've seen it. I need to do a little more research on it. It looked like an interesting platform. I need to take a harder look at it. Afin also looks good. I'm not interested in the token at the moment, but a little more of a deep dive could be in order for that as well. Delicium looks like one of the best games in the entire crypto gaming space. Their tokenomics don't seem the best, and their assets in their ecosystem are quite pricey. But Delicium, the game, the product, looks fantastic. Yeah, I'll check it out, Sebastian. I got you. Render, that'll be one of the biggest winners of the long-term metaverse narrative. What is the SIDUS game ticker symbol? So SIDUS has two tokens. One of them is semi-inflationary with the SIDUS token. I would more so be looking at the governance token, which is Senate, which has a 3 million circulating market cap. That's the one that I would be taking a look at for long term because it's the governance token. UFO will do really well in a bull market. Really well in a bull market because it's like a meme coin of crypto gaming. UFO, WAGMI Games, those would be my top like meme-ish coins, but WAGMI Games utility is so high. I mean, they're building the quality product over there. Gala V2, it'll be interesting. I wonder if they're going to have new tokenomics because some of the tokenomics and the way that they distribute Gala in the ecosystem has kind of kept me off during this bear market. But I think that Gala, the studio, is fantastic. And if Gala V2 revamps their tokenomics, I mean, Gala is going to be a winner in the bull market, but it's going to be interesting with the new token. Will dead drop bring more people to the space? Absolutely. It's inevitable. I mean, if you let's just go take a look. How many followers just on Twitter? Dr. Disrespect has 2.5 mil. And if you look at his YouTube, he probably has more. I mean, I think he's going to be playing this game in front of his audience. He's the lead driver behind this game. And I think absolutely it's going to bring more people to the space. Long-term target on Gala. I hate giving price targets, but I don't think all-time highs are out of the question. What's my take on Merit Circle? Really good organization, really good product. I haven't been bullish on DAOs or guilds in a while as far as an investment standpoint, but I think long-term Merit Circle could make it out as a winner. Miria worth investing. During his dip time period, no. And I would take a look at their node unlocks because the node is going to cause a lot of sell pressure, people wanting to get profits out of the nodes. And if you just take a look since the token launch, it's been nothing but negative price action. I would wait. I would just wait. Like, you'll get a better entry on Miria, in my opinion. And long term, I think it's going to do really well. But right now is not the time, I don't think, to be DCAing into Miria. Super fantastic pump on Super, a few days ago. Long term, I'm believing in 𝗎𝗎𝗎 and everything he's bringing to the table. So I would not bet against 𝗎𝗎𝗎. Mob coin. If you're talking about mob land, I am still bullish on like Center, if that's what you're talking about. Doge was BS. The 420 pump on Doge, overblown. Let's take a look. Everyone was like, we're going to get an Elon tweet today. 420 pump on Doge. I thought that was a little funny to see, but long-term Doge will do well, but I think the 420 narrative was overblown. Zombie Inu. I can't say I know about it. Short Pepe. I don't know, man. When you got a frog like this, I don't know. Can you even short this guy? I don't know. Doge is strong. His rocket blew up. Yeah, no, Doge, Shiba, they're going to do super well next bull market. Absolutely. Chad, no. I honestly think the meme coin that's going to make it out of this is Pepe. I actually think Pepe could become a new meme coin in the next cycle. Like, the amount of hype, the amount of holders, the amount of market cap growth. I mean, we're seeing this thing really pick up some cultural steam, and it is the biggest frog. This is the biggest meme ever. So this is the one that has a chance to stay. None of the derivatives, the Kermits, the Chads. I saw one FK Pepe. No, I don't think any of those are staying. Donzon Bonk. No Bonk Inu around here. No Bonk Inu around here. Mobile coin, I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a look. Yeah, Pepe, bye Pepe. We got some degens in here. What about Champ? Yeah, I mean, the game looks cool. I think the graphics look fantastic, and you know, long term, it'll probably do really well. It has taken quite a bit of a dip this week, however. Pepe gonna wreck all of y'all. Yeah, like this is nothing to be dabbling in at this moment in time. I wouldn't be chasing that. That train for the X's has already run, and anyone getting into Pepe today is probably exit liquidity. What's going on with the kitchens? I have no idea. That picture's hilarious. The Pepe meme, it's too strong. I think it's here to stay, guys. EGLD. If you're talking about, let me make sure. Multiverse, yeah. Really cool product. I've seen what they're building. Really cool product. And I think like when the metaverse narrative comes back, we haven't seen metaverse pump. You know, Sandbox, Decentraland, Wild World, Network, Multiverse, Meta Hero. We haven't seen the metaverse narrative in a while. Once the metaverse narrative comes back, yeah, absolutely. When Illuvium pump, when they announce the game launch, I would expect a huge pump leading up to the game launch. Hit the likes. Absolutely. We'll go ahead and get out of here for the day, guys. Like the video down below if you enjoy the content here on In the Game and on Crypto Banter. I absolutely love at the end of the show taking you guys' chat questions going, baby Doge? No. No chance. I love taking you guys' questions though. And yeah, like the only meme coin I'm taking to make it out of this run is probably Pepe. But if you're buying in now, you're a little too late. The China news is Hong Kong realizing Bitcoin is property, which is big. They always ban Bitcoin. Hong Kong court is recognizing Bitcoin as official property. So that is big. And, you know, when you look at their FUD over time, banning Bitcoin, banning crypto over and over again, it feels like they've banned Bitcoin 50 times. That is definitely a bullish narrative for Bitcoin and for China, you know, into the market. But we're not seeing that price action from it. But I think it's just a relief from this rally we have seen, and we'll see where the market heads from here. I think you're going to see some really good altcoin accumulations as mentioned, like 𝗎𝗓𝗋𝑥 under $1, etc. Like the video down below if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel for shows here every single day on Crypto Banter and on In the Game. And I will see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends.